Hello, community.
We are
1, 2.
Comic Talk. And we're going to do things a little bit different on today's Artist Alley.
We usually do things a little different, but today is another special one.
I agree. But before we actually get into that, let's go ahead and bring our co-host in. And for this
Christy Shin.
awesome show, we bring in. Good morning, Christy. How are you?
I'm doing good. I kind of admittedly was down in the dumps, but my current Kickstarter went from 66 to 73%. So that's kind of nice, and I hope to keep that up. And the ass kicking is still going.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, I'd say what I'd like to do is first kind to debrief, I guess, the community on why today's show is just a hair different. Kai and I end up meeting an individual and speaking with this individual for the past couple weeks, and I was taken back by his wit and his humor initially, and then after learning about basically how he's been able to construct this vast manga world, and Kai and I were talking about some of this stuff, I had to get to know this individual better. As I got to know this person better, and Kai and I were talking, I think this person kind of got to allow me to know me better. And as Christy was talking, we've all been kind of slightly in a little funk, and I guess this fine gentleman's project allowed me to put some more things in perspective. So by not only conducting the artist alleys as we normally do, but in turn, I guess, wrapping it up into a nice GoFundMe that is also a pre-order, that really set well. So without further ado, I say we bring in
Kitsune Windsor.
Kitsune. How are you doing, sir? It's great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first, what I'd like to do is inform the community that Kitsune is a writer, manga artist, or creator, and has been doing so for a while. So what we would like to do is we would like to go ahead and give you a little background information and I guess an introduction to Kitsune. And Christy, do you have that information that I had given you before?
I do have it, and like a dummy, I did not pull it up right away because my brain's been occupied. I apologize, guys.
It's all good. So what we decided to do for you community is what we want to do is divide amongst us three an introduction for this fine gentleman to allow you to get to know him just a little bit better before we get into our questioning.
Okay.
So without further ado.
All right. So who wants to start off? We start from the top, I guess.
Yeah, Christy, if you could start off for us.
Okay, well, it says, good day, thanks everyone, and thanks for having me on. And, not at all, but feel free to ask anything you want. All is welcomed and is requested. So, continue reading. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I have everything. So, the background on Kitsune on this regarding this GoFundMe and the package deal is this. I have everything on credit card for about $7,000 with everything that was replaced back in December. $500 was the original goal, but I was able to reduce it because of the stimulus and an odd job. Looking for $1,600 more to be in good shape. $2,400 would get enough debt clear to be able to breathe and start selling books without being evicted. So, yeah. So, and Foxy and Wolf, and if you want to know more about it, Foxy and Wolfie is a magical mix of Mahu, Shouju, a good PG-13 Yuri fun, and lots of chaos. Foxy and Wolfie is about the adventures of two spirit guardians. Foxy is a young spirit guardian. Foxy is a young spirit guardian with muscular dystrophy named Misaki Kimura and her Wolfie partner Amaya Belarose. Through the use of spirit keys, the main characters Misaki and Amaya, along with their friends, travel in between the human and demon world to defend all they hold precious against nefarious demons seeking chaos. Volume 1 follows their initial origins at Fox Shuffle Academy as new kid mages and their first official mission as adults. Expect magical combat, silly shenanigans, and a deadly fanatical demon attacks. You will see them when they are kids first and later after their first target. As an LGBT plus creator with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, I want to show that disabled people want and like the same thing as everybody. The story purposely doesn't ignore or focus on this and focuses more on fun characters. Some just happen to have a disability. One of my goals is to have a story that portrays a large amount of disabled LGBT plus characters positively without making it the only layer to them. The first priority is fun for all.
Sounds good.
So as Christy did, she read basically the GoFundMe. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to read a little introduction that we did for Kitsune. So speaking for him, hello, my name is Kitsune Windsor, the writer mangaka for the series Foxy and Wolf. I was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy at the age of 4, and at the age of 8, I required a wheelchair. Now, this disease affects the muscles and causes them to weaken and slowly waste away. So I had to eventually require a life support in my late teens. I've been working on a series, Foxy and Wolf, since 2014 and finally ready to start my business in full. We've been able to manage thousands of dollars to raise $8,000 for his Kickstarter. But recently, his PC and adaptive equipment all broke down simultaneously. So the equipment that presently Kitsune is using is the new adaptive equipment. Is that correct, Kitsune?
Yes. Yeah,
So
that's correct.
this has recently caused additional costs. So,
I'm looking for the help to repay the debts incurred by replacing all my equipment and the increased cost of starting my own business officially. Every day I write and manage the production of my 320-page colored manga. Everyone that donates $10 or more will be eligible to receive a copy of the digital book, and for $20 or more will also get a poster. The projected release is tentatively scheduled for July to August release. The goal is $3,500, which will, in fact, cover all the remaining costs and debt.
so what we're asking of you, community, is this. You can go to the site that's listed below, and you can go to his GoFundMe. As we stated, essentially, this GoFundMe is more of a pre-order. So in our Artist Alley of today, we're stating that what we've done is we've asked Kitsune to come on to allow you to do a pre-order through him, as he's kind of put it, a GoFundMe, which allows him to conduct his work. All this funds goes back to the adaptive equipment that he recently purchased, and if I recall, was recently just put together Thursday. So
That's
we
good.
essentially gonna have this interview today. Correct?
Correct.
That's really cool, dude.
This is awesome.
Man, the total was 1,600 that
Wow.
I'm trying to raise.
Now, what I've seen on your Kickstarter, you roughly have around 400.
No,
So I think I'm sorry. My word slipped.
GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe roughly has around 400.
Yeah.
Right.
2400.
So we're asking the community out there to check out the link, check out the page. As we stated, it's 300 and what was that? 40 pages?
50.
300.
350 pages.
Yeah, finally.
That's a good deal, guys. You better do that. Not a lot of GoFundMe's like offer anything in return. They're usually like, hey, I need help. And, legitimately, that's fine, just to ask for help. That's what GoFundMe's are for. But he's being generous even when he's down to go and give. Like, I had a GoFundMe and I was in no shape to give. But, hey, this guy is, even though he's, fucking having problems and shit. So please give.
Thank
For
you.
the book, if not for the book, just do it,
And you can ask any questions you want.
Yeah.
So we have a few here. So, actually, where were those questions? Oh, I know we have one. They are.
The little gremlins on the internet took them.
We would love.
You know what? Well, we can just make our own. You know.
Sure.
Sure.
We know
Well,
Kitsune.
Right. So first, as far as the storyline is concerned, you've made this vast world, and you've actually put in considerably amount more characters and how should I say representation of a lot more people than most people do.
And types of people.
Right. So can you touch on the community, some of the aspects and some of the things that you've put in this massive world that you've built?
I'll do my best to explain to everyone. First, I started off with Foxy and Lucy,
Mm-hmm.
with the representations of parts of myself, like what I wish I could be, and most of the positive stuff.
Yeah, I remember
There's a few negatives.
Yeah, I remember like as both creators, you asked me to proofread your stuff. That's what we do as creators. Like we kind of help each other out a little bit. This is not in lieu of like, oh, paid job, but it's like he would show me something occasionally saying, hey, you know, how's this look? Does this look like it's coming together? And I would be like, oh, okay, let me take a look like for obvious stuff. And it was really fun actually reading it. It's very cute.
You know? I have. At first, I started off with just viewing characters, which was girls and girls. And I also have side characters. There are gay characters. I have pansexual characters. I have all this intersex. And I tried to include people that I personally dealt with. So 90% of every character I've made is based on a real person
Oh wow.
that I've interacted with. Actually, most of them are no longer alive.
Oh.
So that's where I got most of my inspiration from. Actual
Wow,
people.
that actually brings it really a lot more home, because I've noticed a lot of the characters that you do depict, they all have, I mean, what little you sent me, it just seems that they all have such a very vast, unique, and heavy, how should I say, I don't want to say just appearances, but they're when they make their appearance, you know, it's known.
Right.
So it's amazing that you've been able to take stuff like this that is usually people stray away from and depict it. You're talking trans.
We're talking about an artist writing a manga at home. We don't. Comic artists are one thing, but manga, like, are you even writing it in like right to left, or I mean,
Your format?
Like
Actually,
backwards.
left to right.
I think I remember reading it that way. I'm trying to remember. I've read so many books that sometimes I'm just like,
okay, comic.
Okay.
American style.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, if it's like this, you're reading it regular like this. It's like how you would read a book in America like that.
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
Don't fucking guess the manga. A lot of people will do that. Think it's a manga, start from the other end and look at the final page.
Right.
Yeah, the Japanese format is right to left, and so is Korean. I think it's right to left, but then left to right.
It's a hybrid.
Oh, it's a hybrid.
Manga comic.
I mean, the style is very obviously manga. Like, it's very true to form. like, because sometimes I've read American manga derived, and I'm not saying that you can't merge styles. Like, there's like a lot of styles. Like, even Van Gogh merged a lot of the
Right.
Japanese prints and stuff, and that's legitimate because they were just copying it, not copying it to acquire, but just they love the style, they're obsessed with it.
I
But
get you.
yeah, but I mean, like in some adaptations, I've seen it, and it's just like I really hate how this supposed manga style looks because it looks like shitty copying, personally, like to me, because I used to read
Mhm.
manga a lot as a kid. But when he's doing it, it's actually very, very true to form.
Right. Because
Now, can you tell us and the community how you fell in love with this form of writing, with this style of art?
okay, I'll tell you first. I think it was 1992. I first read a comic called All Purpose Cat Girl Nuka Nuka, and that got me into manga.
Cato Lago?
Manga. I got into manga because of a cat girl manga. And that influenced me a lot. Like, I also shot Akira,
Oh,
Ninja Scroll,
Ninja
and
Scroll, Akira.
Robot Carnival.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got into it. And
So a lot of the hardcore traditional stuff.
yeah,
That's awesome. But
I
you
love the
like
old
even
stuff.
well, like Christy pointed out, you've managed to take this traditional form and like you used the word kind of hybrid into this new form.
Yeah,
What would you call it? If you were to call it anything, or would you just say it's a new age form?
I just call it manga.
Okay.
A hybrid manga. Just hybrid manga.
Now, what I've noticed is that you, as I made mention in the beginning, what really hit hard about you to me was one, your sense of humor, two, at times your sassiness. You definitely put that into your manga. So
I tried.
if you were to identify with any one of the characters, do you identify with any one in particular, or do you kind of put a little bit of every a little
I
bit of
have to
yourself in every?
say, character Rosa,
Rosa?
she's, she's a bioengineer, and I'm really into that bioengineering, and she's also really funny and playful. She's really positive, so I try to be like her, as positive as I can, even though sometimes I get a little
Well,
pissy.
you're definitely a very positive
Thanks.
individual. I mean, you're cracking me up even before I got to see you, and then when I saw you, you were even just funnier still. What I want to point out again to the community is, look, you're having it. We're enjoying an interview with a gentleman that has a GoFundMe. This gentleman's GoFundMe essentially is a pre-order. To err on the side of caution, he had made mention that he thinks that this should be made available around as early as around early August. Is that correct?
That would be correct.
So we hope that if you make a minimum donation of $10, you will now be eligible to receive his digital book. and it will be, like he said, roughly made available around August. Now, what we're going to do, Kai and I, we've never used PayPal as far as like to pay anybody, and we just received some money the other day. So we want to show the community how easy it is for a person that's never done it before, which we're going to do for you right now. And we're going to make this donation to Kitsune's GoFundMe page, he's going to try to figure out how to do all that right now. And this is in the name of Dylan's Comics. This is in the name of Christy Shin of Horror Studios. And this is in the name of 1-2 Comic Talk.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, hey, thank you. This is a small donation, and we ask the community if you could do the same. Because, again, this is not necessarily just a donation of a regular GoFundMe. This is a pre-order. Yeah. We recommend this book, as we always do. We recommend writers and artists that come on to the show. It just so happens that this goes a little farther than the normal Kickstarter or anything like that. This GoFundMe allows this gentleman to be able to go the full amount.
20.
Yeah. To be able to conduct his work. And this interview, as you've been able to hear, is the direct result of that.
Just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rican. Just a Rican.
Just a Rican, yeah.
You. So thank you to him.
Hey, Rod. Thank you very much from Kitsune. He's yeah, man. And that gentleman that you're talking about, Kitsune, Rod is actually one of the gentlemen that actually discovered Kai and I. He's one of, as we give, we say that just kind of discovered us. He's one of the 3 people that really brought us in this community. So fucking A, Rod. Thank you, man. And everyone in the chat, everyone here, we thank you. We are now about to do it. It should be all linked up to my card and stuff now, right?
Use PayPal.
Yeah, use the PayPal.
Yeah, I can.
And should be able to go to his link and make the transfer to his link. It should be the transfer, right?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
Well, because it needs a card.
Oh, well, you have to go to the link and you have to get the thing.
I don't know how to use this.
Obviously, we don't know. We're gonna figure this out.
Well,
you want to go to donate now. Go to donate now.
We're gonna do it.
Enter your donation, and let's see. So, like, if you enter in your donation, you have to do a tip.
So, can I use PayPal to do that?
Let's see here. Well, how about this? I can do it by my card. Okay, let's do it via my card, and you could PayPal me. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Give me just a moment. Let me get my purse, and I'll do it.
Thank you, guys.
Technical difficulties. Well, no. We were trying to demonstrate how easy it is, and being that it's really my ignorance on how I don't know how to do this stuff. Rod just donated. Rod,
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
All right, let me go and log into my account just because it'll probably be easier to do that because I don't want to take my cards out. I just realized I have a GoFundMe account. So let me go ahead. Let me donate now. So how much are we donating?
$20.
20. Okay. And it says GoFundMe has a 0. Yeah, and then it says there's a platform fee. So they give you a tip, but then they'll tell you how much of a tip. So we got $3, $2, $3, $4. Oh, wait. 10% is 2, 15 is 3, and 20 is 4. What do you want to do?
I'm about to go 20. So let's do it to 24.
To 24. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And then, okay, blah, blah, blah. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be as me, but it's on behalf of all of us. So it's going to be under my name, but it'll be with Comic Talk and all of us because I'm doing it through my account.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
use a card. So give me just a minute and look at my cards.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Kitsune, for bearing with us.
yeah, we
Please. Feel free to ask questions.
and then at some point, what we'll end up doing is we'll probably end up making a separate donation so we can go ahead and get the copy of it too.
I was going to give you one already.
Oh wow! Thank you, sir.
Regardless.
Okay.
We are very grateful. We appreciate it. And again, people, what you do, we drop the link. You can go right to it. Rod the Rican is already dropped another link onto his. We appreciate you guys throwing it out there. Spread the word. Again, essentially, what this is a pre-order for Kitsune's electronic book. It is 350 pages. There is a lot of content here. This world is massive. The characters in this world is a lot. I mean, I stopped counting after what was it, like 40 people? You have well over 40 characters in your book. Is that
I
correct?
have 90.
How many?
90 people.
That's what I thought you said. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So we donated. So we donated right here. It's on there.
You drop this scroll, and it's just a list of people.
That's crazy. I couldn't even wrap my head around.
Okay, so we're
Yeah,
up.
it's like,
Do you
thank
have
you,
any
Kristen.
questions?
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, does anyone in the chat have any more questions?
Anything
mean,
you want.
I definitely would like to know, as far as I know it's been really recent, but as far as the adaptive equipment, have you found it difficult to utilize now that it's new, or did it just fit like a glove?
Well, once I got the equipment, it was great because I have experience with the different types. And basically, I use different switches that you can click, and I use my feet, my left hand, and my mouth to control everything. So that's how I also play games. Really weird.
So do you actually use like a pen and tablet, or do you use your mouse, and do you do it online?
Well, he was saying his left hand. He's using his left hand and
Just to
his
click.
yeah, just to
Oh.
click.
Just use the switch.
And you have
squeeze the switch.
adaptive eye wear too, or no?
Yeah, I'm using it right now. That's why I keep looking random directions.
What does that do?
It moves the mouse around. You can move the mouse. And also type. I can type with it too.
Damn, that's actually really cool.
Is it the one where like it tracks your eye where it moves?
Yes.
And then it's like when it's on there, I don't know how exactly you'd say press it, because you know your eye would go over every letter and number.
My left hand I use.
Oh, okay.
To squeeze something.
Mm.
But you can also select, so wherever you stare, that's where you click.
Gotcha. Yeah, because as I said, I've seen this apparatus before, like people who have otherwise limited mobility and all that. They just yeah.
He uses the same stuff.
Yeah.
But more advanced.
Well, yeah,
He can afford it.
exactly. And that's why community, we're so you understand what he just basically said is look, he's using this adaptive equipment that can actually eye trace. He's using his left hand. He's able to click and select. He'll look off to the side and that'll actually kind of clear the screen. But that all this adaptive equipment that is utilizing, this is what he's using to write. So this new equipment that he got, that's what the GoFundMe is about. So the Kickstarter is fully funded, waiting on the book to just finish out. But the GoFundMe is just to assist on the new adapted equipment because all the other equipment failed on it. So that's what we're asking of you is if you could, a minimum donation of $10 gets you his book. And you already seen how well this equipment is working for him. So we're not asking much more than could you possibly do a pre-order for a book that's about to come out in August? That's essentially what it is.
Also, the book is about the size of 15 issues.
Oh, wow.
350 pages.
Mhm.
So you get a lot
That is a
for
lot.
$10.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a mass. And anyway, and look, there are people in the chat right now that know we do auctions, and people are usually ecstatic when they're able to get anywhere from 5 to 10 books for $10. Kitsune's offering you 15 essentially books for $10. And think about how you're able to do this. One, that you know where the money's going. You know how it's assisting them. And two, I challenge you to try to find 15 books, brand new books for $10.
I can show you, maybe I'll show you my old setup. Because recently, the equipment price has significantly gone down, but before this year, to replace everything would have cost like $5,000.
Oh, wow.
But nowadays, it's only cost a couple grand a month to replace most of it. So it's going down.
A lot.
Every year it goes down.
Nice.
When I first started making this equipment, before you could get it, I had to hire engineers to build equipment for me. And then Microsoft tells other people to make equipment. So it's all over now. Things have improved.
A lot.
Like another group I think you might like is Able Gamers.
Able Gamers?
Able.
The Gamers label?
Able.
Able.
Gamers.com.
Uh-huh. Gamers.com?
I think that they're also charging for disabled gamers, and they're doing a lot of good work. So you should check them out. They do tons of work, and they've even been to the White House with when Obama was president. So they're really well known for their good work.
Really good book.
They do good work. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Fine.
I
Yeah.
wasn't too clear.
Well, actually, as you stated, it becomes because for the community, you understand, it's actually a considerable labor. You know what I mean? So even though he's got this really killer adaptive equipment, it still takes a lot to be able to communicate. So you understand. But Kitsune, it's been a pleasure to have you on. I'm way looking forward to seeing these works, man.
Thank you.
You keep teasing us with all these little pieces that you send us.
I have hundreds.
And I'm loving it, especially when I made the request of a couple of the winged pics that you sent me. But we are eagerly anticipating the full release of your book. We are
Thank you.
glad that you've been able to get this equipment. We are asking the community if we can assist and ask others to assist in financing this equipment so you can continue your work. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to the full release.
Can I say one thing?
And yeah, and that's what I was going to ask. Kitsune, is there anything that you would like to say to the community before we end this?
Just two quick things. I see,
Yeah.
I see a comment about being on a ventilator for over a year. I've been on a ventilator for 20 years. And I have a very good life. So can your grandmother. Just have to adapt.
You're kind of the ultimate in adaptation, dude. I salute you on that.
Yes.
Also,
I mean,
the
seriously,
ventilator.
go on, sorry.
Sorry.
No. I was just saying, like, I apologize for interrupting you, but it's like, people can bitch and piss and moan about what they don't have, but it's like, come the hell on, man. If you can do it, anybody else can, really.
Also, the ventilator I have, it only weighs about 25 pounds, and it uses a battery for the last 12 hours each, so you can carry them around and take them outside.
That's awesome.
How big is the battery?
It's like
Yeah.
a laptop.
Oh, that's tiny.
It's a lithium ion.
Damn.
Oh.
So it's like a little battery like this big, like the little round
Yeah.
batteries, right?
12 hours each.
Hear that?
12 hours.
Not a car battery.
That's incredible. That's, you know what? I think,
But you know
wow,
what? They do like to explode.
I
The
didn't know that.
lithium ion,
Oh, yeah.
they can explode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. There's
Well, I used to do my airplanes. Yeah, that's
and I
why.
used to and I had a presentation on that.
Yeah, that's why there are other lithiums out there and like different polymers. So there are stuff that they're using that is getting a little safer.
Right.
But the fact that you can go so long and do that now is, I mean, that the increased mobility because of the technology that's coming up is just.
And also, you can swap it out real fast. I have 2 batteries, so 24 hours.
Wow. That's impressive.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Thank you
for
for being
being
here.
with us.
Thanks everyone.
Hey, community, we appreciate you for being here. Kitsune, it's a pleasure, man, and I look forward to much and frequent communications with you. You know, I want to quickly before I sign off. I want to quickly tell the community a little quick story that I thought was rather funny. When I've kind of reached out to you for the first time and invited you a communication with you, I invited you on to Margarita Monday, and I thought it was so funny because your reply was, "I apologize, but I don't believe I would be able to be heard or understood." I had asked why. You had said that you had been basically attacked and you had a knife attack and that you wouldn't be able to communicate.
Damn.
I sent an emoji of like what the hell? You're like, you sent a laughing emoji and you're laughing back at me. Oh no, it's just a life debilitating. I have
Debilitating.
disease. I'm fine. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, right. And I want to point out that even though Kitsune has like been through a lot of shit just from day one, like literally, he's always been very taking the time to feel supportive of me and pretty much anybody. And he's always actually been there as a good friend and all that other stuff and to listen to. So as I said, like I'm glad that this community is generous. They've been generous to me about different things that I've done. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are giving to him because he really gives out a lot.
I agree. I've noticed that he's been out there. I've seen his name. I've seen who he's been talking to, and yeah, I don't know if you know this, Kitsune, but you're known in the community, you're felt in the community, and you're appreciated in the community. So I would like to sign off. With that being said, from us at 1-2 Comic Talk, we're out.